This is Bruce Lee, and thank you for checking out Harassment, Bullying, Gossip, Confrontational Disruptive Behavior, How to Detox and Neutralize a Negative Workplace. This is one of the more popular topics I've been delivering over the last couple of years. There's a lot of reasons as to why it's important. Just want to cover a couple of the major benefits and what the content's going to be about, so I hope you register and check it out. The bottom line to this presentation is about keeping negative people, their attitudes, and their behavior from infecting and contaminating your workplace and your coworkers. That one bad apple can stir up problems and keep them going when they shouldn't be. It's what you aren't doing to stop that in the first place. So it's about being assertive about the issues without being aggressive. It's about being fair, so you're seen as confident and in control, which is my goal for you, is to be in control of all situations at all times. This is about knowing the right way to say what you want by using the information that's available to solve the problem, but also as a lead to identifying solutions to the problem. It's by asking questions and listening and being reactive to do something immediately with that information. It's not about saying the other person's wrong of how they approach the issue, because they just don't know any better. But this is about performance, what people do, how they do it, how others see it, and certainly what drives that is communication issues. So be proactive, provide the training to others, have some sort of reporting process in place so you can handle any emergency or violence, bullying, incivility, disrespect, insubordination, criticism. There's a whole lot of words to talk about what that's all about. My favorite line as part of the introduction to this presentation is, don't let anyone get comfortable with disrespecting you. So basically it's about civility and respect and why it matters to people. So my objectives for today, it really is about identifying what's gone on, what the purpose is, how to control things for you as to the must-haves of what you want to do behind all that. So my mission is to eliminate that culture of gossip, bullying, lying, confrontational, destructive behavior, and to improve your culture one person at a time. And it starts with you. Now, you may have noticed that I actually start with gossip instead of harassment, because you got to look at what really creates the groundwork, the background to what becomes bad behavior. So I like to start off by talking about what the initial thing is. So good agenda for that as to what we're going to talk about. A lot of great resources for you, a lot of how-tos and whys and what you should do behind all that. But especially the bonus that I'm showing at the bottom of the slide here, which is about how to provide real leadership and know what matters to people and see how you are seen by people and how to get into coaching. And that's kind of a bonus that I provide for everybody behind all that. And again, just the complimentary resource that I make available. So PDF copy of my book if you like that. Also my website, or you can just ask me directly for those 4 leadership self-tests. Amazing resources that will help you create a great culture, a culture of caring, a culture of fairness, a great place to work, to become an employer and provider of choice. How to look at what that's all about. But keep this in mind at all times. If you want to have that great culture of engaged workforce, people need to know that they're needed, they're important, that they're noticed for what they do, and they get known for it, and they get recognized for that. What reason for that is, people leave bosses, people quit because they don't feel valued. So your job is to listen to them and find out what's going on and come up with a solution that works for everybody. In other words, critique the performance, not the performer, because they may not know better because they haven't been trained all that. So when does it start? There's so many negative things that we're experiencing these days, and we need to get past that. That's why it matters. And that's why I said I want to start with gossip, because gossip, it's somebody trying to level the playing field, but something they think is unfair to them or to you, to them by the other person. And starting with that point, and I like to show, this Socrates quote about the triple filter test and the think quote, and really get into, is what you're hearing, is it true? Is it about goodness or badness, and is it useful? And just a really great way of looking at how to look at any information behind all that. And understanding that people who are in pain for whatever reason pass it on to others. And I like quoting my friend Marcus Engel. And if you ever get a chance to hear Marcus, please go hear him. We've had him speak at our conference 7 years in a row. Just had a good conversation with him the other day while we're driving on a business trip here, talking about how he just got bit by a snake, which is really bad for him. how he's doing well. But he tells a great story about what happened to him when he had an accident, and the care he got from people, and how it impacts people. So what you give out is what you get back. You know how you can impact people by what you say, and it can be simple little things. But if you're not feeling good about yourself, you may tend to say bad things, and that's why he says hurting people hurt people. And I really believe that if when people don't care about other people, it's how they treat others as well. So better perspectives, it's about creating win-win solutions. It's got to be good for everybody behind all that. When somebody comes to you with a problem, make sure they come to you with some suggestions for what the real answer is, so you don't have to do everything on your own. So it's about winning over difficult people. We all have difficult people in our lives, but maybe we're the one making them difficult, which causes this problem. So I want to talk about that. It's about having fierce conversations. If you read the book Fierce Conversations, it's not about anger, or being over the top aggressive about it. It's about getting to the point. So that's important behind all that. It's about stopping workplace bullying. Of course, that's the big push behind this presentation. It's about ending that disruptive behavior by when people do say bad, rude things. It's about detoxing your workplace, so making it that great place to work. It's about results management, and bottom line, it's all about zero tolerance for bad behavior. So the bottom line, loss of self-esteem, loss of productivity, teamwork, there's a whole range of things as to why you want to get rid of that bad behavior. And to me, it's really about setting boundaries. So as Robert Frost said, good fences make good neighbors. So understand what's important to and from people. I will talk about the 8 strategies, 8 choices we have to take care of the bullying, gossiping, harassment behavior, which not all are obvious as to what they're all about, but all the information will be driven around these points as well. So with that, check it out. Hope you can enjoy it and join us for the presentation. We look forward to seeing you there. Thank you very much.